I'm Rabbi Chaim Richman. I am the director of the International Department here at the Temple Institute in Jerusalem. I've made Jerusalem my home for just about 30 years now. I originally come from a small town in Massachusetts. Well, the Institute itself is dedicated to every aspect of the Holy Temple, and its charter really is to be as actively involved as possible with the positive commandment of Exodus 25:8, and you shall build for me a sanctuary and I will dwell among you. Some people believe that that is of a bygone era. Some people believe that it's the third temple is something that will miraculously descend from heaven or will be built by the Messiah. The position of Jewish scholarship that the Temple Institute's rabbis reflect really is that, like all of the other commandments of the Torah, keeping Shabbat or the dietary laws, the people of Israel are commanded to rebuild the temple. So the way that we go about that, or as being involved as we can according to the human condition and the political reality, is first and foremost through research and education. We have many award-winning publications that are used all over the world as far as a curriculum of understanding this vast area of the knowledge of Torah. One of the major focal points of the work of the Temple Institute is the exhibition of vessels that can be seen in the Jewish quarter of the Old City of Jerusalem. This is a museum that actually attracts around 100,000 visitors a year. These are items that are being fashioned for use in the Third Temple. So this is actually quite unique because they're not models or replicas, but they're actually made according to the exact requirements of the Torah, Jewish law, so that they actually could be used in the rebuilt Holy Temple. The amazing thing about this is that this is actually like the first stage of the rebuilding of the Holy Temple. We don't have an idea, really, of God fulfilling the commandments for us, but yet somehow when it comes to certain ideas, and one of them is the rebuilding of the Holy Temple, and to tell you the truth, another one is Aliyah, for the most part also. People have this idea, well, when the Messiah comes, that's going to be the time for that. And unfortunately, a symptom of the diaspora experience is that we have romanticized the idea of waiting. L'shana haba b'Yerushalayim is what we say at the end of the Passover Seder. And that really bothers me so much. I say, what's wrong with now? You can't afford the ticket now? What's going to be different next year? And we have romanticized. It's become like a noble idea, the pain, the suffering, waiting. Maybe, if we're good, the kinderlach, maybe God will appear next year. And what is that? There's no parallel anywhere in Jewish thought to a building falling out of the sky. No one on all the religious Jews that build their sukkah, they don't sit outside relaxing on Erev Sukkot, the eve of the tabernacles, waiting for their booth to fall down from the sky. But for some reason, when it comes to this, we've decided that it's beyond us, and it's something that God is going to do. And that really is a pretty lame excuse. And I understand it's because there's a lot of geopolitical tension. There's all sorts of issues that need to be addressed. But, to totally shirk responsibility and to mythologize it and to say that it's something that is not for us to do, this is really kind of a scratch on the Jewish brain that came from our exile experience.